122 boats. One night. $150 million in pure cocaine racing toward American shores at breakneck speed. The cartel thought they were unstoppable. They thought wrong. In 34 minutes, a combined force of ICE, FBI, and Navy SEALs executed the most devastating drug interdiction in maritime history. But here's what they don't want you to know. The operation almost failed. One miscalculation. One wrong move. And 7,800 pounds of cocaine would have flooded your streets. What you're about to witness is declassified. Real. And absolutely jaw-dropping. I'm your host, and welcome to IC and FBI Files, where we expose the most dangerous criminal operations and the elite agents who take them down. If you're fascinated by real crime investigations, covert operations, and the men and women protecting our borders, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because every week, we're bringing you stories the mainstream media won't touch. Stories that matter. Stories that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what it takes to stop a criminal empire? Not just arrest a few street dealers, but completely dismantle a billion-dollar narcotics network? Tonight, you're going inside the war room. You're going offshore into the kill zone. And you're about to see why the cartels fear three letters more than anything else: FBI. Let's dive in. Inside the FBI's organized crime unit, Special Agent Marcus Rivera stares at a screen that makes no sense. Every month, like clockwork, $150 million in Colombian cocaine vanishes. Not seized. Not intercepted. Just gone. No cargo ships flagged. No fishing vessels stopped. No lone speedboats chased down by the Coast Guard. It's as if the drugs are teleporting across 1,200 miles of open ocean. But Rivera knows better. Drugs don't teleport. Someone's moving them. Someone brilliant. Someone who's rewriting the cartel playbook. Here's my question for you: how would you move 7,000 pounds of cocaine across the Caribbean without getting caught? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's see if you think like a cartel boss. Rivera's team intercepts fragmented radio signals. Encrypted. Low frequency. Bouncing off ionospheric layers to avoid detection. When they finally crack the code, three words appear. El Escuadrón Fantasma. The Ghost Squadron. Not a cartel using submarines. Not tunnels. Not mules on commercial flights. A naval fleet. 120 to 130 high-performance speedboats launching simultaneously, moving in military formation like a swarm of metallic piranhas tearing through the Caribbean night. Each boat, 28 feet long. Carbon fiber composite hull. Invisible to standard radar. Powered by triple 300 horsepower engines pushing 60+ knots. No lights. No transponders. No mercy. ICE intelligence confirms the pattern. They're not just smuggling drugs, they're waging maritime warfare. And here's the nightmare scenario. If even 20 boats break through, that's enough fentanyl-laced cocaine to trigger a public health catastrophe in 3 major cities. This isn't just crime. This is a national security threat. FBI. ICE Homeland Security Investigations. Naval Special Warfare Command. Coast Guard Tactical Law Enforcement. 4 agencies. 1 mission. Codename, Operation Crimson Tide. Before we go further, have you ever seen agencies work together like this? Or does it feel like they're always stepping on each other's toes? Let me know in the comments what you think about interagency operations. The plan is insane. Audacious. And it's never been done before. They're not chasing 122 boats. That's suicide. At 60 knots, these speedboats would scatter like pool balls after a break shot. No. They're building a kill zone. A maritime ambush engineered with surgical precision. Between 2 coral reef formations, 22 nautical miles northeast of Providencia Island, lies a natural choke point. A corridor barely 9 miles wide where crosscurrents force boats into predictable paths. That's where they'll strike. The USS Porter, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, positions as the command vessel. Silent. Dark. Running on passive sensors only, invisible to cartel reconnaissance. Offshore, 2 Coast Guard Legend-class cutters form the outer ring, ready to block any escape routes. Above. A P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft circles at 35,000 feet, its synthetic aperture radar scanning 40,000 square miles of ocean in real time. And on the destroyer's deck, a 16-man SEAL Team 6. Element preps for direct action. Night vision. Suppressed weapons. Breaching charges. Their target? 8 high-value cartel commanders embedded within the fleet, men responsible for over 400 American overdose deaths in the past year alone. But here's the thing that keeps Rivera awake at night. This only works if every single boat enters the kill zone. Fire too early? The fleet scatters. Wait too long? They break through. The margin of error is 0. March 17, 0138 hours. The Caribbean Sea is glasscalm. Deceptively peaceful. Then the Poseidon's radar lights up like a Christmas tree. 122 heat signatures. Moving in perfect wedge formation. Speed, 62 knots. They're coming. Imagine you're the commander. You've got one shot. Do you engage now or wait? What would you do? Seriously, think about it and comment below. On the Porter. The Tactical Operations Center goes silent. Every screen shows the same thing, a wall of red icons approaching the kill zone like a tidal wave of metal and fury. Rivera watches from the command deck. Via secure video link. His hands grip the rail. Everything, 3 months of planning, millions in resources, the careers of everyone in this operation, comes down to the next 40 minutes. 0227 hours. First contact. The lead boats cross the invisible threshold. Then 20 more. Then 50. On the destroyer, the SEAL team commander whispers into his mic, "Hold. Hold. Hold." The cartel fleet charges deeper into the corridor, engines screaming, completely unaware they're already surrounded. 0241 hours. The moment of truth. All 122 boats are inside the trap. The commander's voice cuts. Through the radio, execute. 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 Chaos erupts. 2 MH-60S Seahawk helicopters drop from the night sky, door gunners targeting engines with surgical precision. Not to kill, to disable. Every shot carefully placed to shred propellers and fuel lines. 12 boats lose power in the first 90 seconds. They coast, smoking, dead in the water. Coast Guard interceptors launch from the cutters. Their spotlights turning night into day. High-speed pursuit craft swarm the perimeter, cutting off every exit. And then the SEALs deploy. Fast ropes drop from the Seahawks. Black-clad operators slide down like phantoms, landing on the cartel command boats while they're still moving at 40 knots. Flashbangs detonate. Blinding white light. Deafening concussion. Cartel enforcers scramble for weapons. Homemade pistols, machetes, anything. But SEALs don't hesitate. Controlled aggression. Non-lethal force where possible. Decisive action when necessary. On boat number 67, a SEAL team corners the operations mastermind, a former Colombian Navy officer known as El Tiburon, the Shark. He's responsible for designing the entire Ghost Fleet strategy. Rivera hears it over the comms. Jackpot secured. Repeat, jackpot is secured. But not everyone surrenders. 14 boats try to run. They split off, engines redlining, desperate to escape the perimeter. Coast Guard cutters intercept them like wolves running down prey. One by one, they're boxed in, forced to stop, or run aground on the reefs. 3 boats don't stop. They accelerate into suicidal maneuvers, zigzagging through breaking waves. The Seahawk marksmen don't miss. Precision fire. Engine blocks shattered. The boats drift, powerless, as ICE agents and tactical gear board them. 0315 hours. 34 minutes after first engagement. It's over. 122 boats. 0 escapes. The Caribbean falls silent again. But this time, the silence belongs to the good guys. Let's talk numbers. Because numbers don't lie. 7,800 pounds of cocaine seized. Street value, $150 million. That's enough to supply every addict in Los Angeles for 3 months. But the real victory isn't the drugs. It's the 19 cartel commanders arrested. Men with American blood on their hands. Men who'll never see daylight again. It's the intelligence goldmine, 47 encrypted phones. 12 GPS units with embedded smuggling routes, financial ledgers tracing $800 million in cartel cash flows. Within 72 hours, ICE and FBI execute 63 raids across 5 countries. Warehouses in Panama. Stash houses in Honduras. Money launderers in Miami and New York. The entire network collapses like a house of cards. Here's what I want to know from you: do you think operations like this actually? 34 minutes. And here's the message that echoes through every cartel safehouse from Medellin to Sinaloa. You cannot outrun American justice.